Let's fucking go over this. It's gonna be very awkward to cut all that out and put in the rest of the video. Alright. I feel like this needs to get discussed. Black Ops 6 Zombies as a whole. And just Black Ops 6 in general. Alright, we gotta go over this. Don't mind me, I just woke up. Cut me some fucking slack. It's 2 p.m. I work nights. This is my normal, hours. My normal time to be alive. We gotta discuss Black Ops 3, man. Not 3. We gotta discuss Black Ops 6. This game is abysmal in multiple aspects. I think we need to go over it. So let's do that, shall we? I figured I'd put camera on this time. You can all see my ugly mug for once. Yeah, this game it's got its problems, man, and the problems are apparent. I'm so upset. All of the footage I recorded yesterday, like background footage for ranting, the rant itself, might I fucking add, I didn't mute the gameplay footage that was playing in the background, or Call of Duty. So, because I had Call of Duty open at the same time, as well as the gameplay footage that I was recording. It sounded like this. You gotta know your player base. You gotta know who you are. So, fuck me. This is my second time recording this. Okay. By the way, I don't think I mentioned it. We are ranting over... Why do I look so red? The fuck is going on? Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's not gonna fucking work. But anyway, we're gonna be ranting about Black Ops 6 as a whole, as a game, as a title, and how bad it is, because it's bad. It's pretty bad, and I feel like we gotta go over it. I feel like someone's gotta talk about it. So first thing I want to touch on, shadow banning. The shadow banning in the game is abysmal. It's bad. It's horrible, okay? It's got me shadow banned. I've been shadow banned for a month. I barely play the game. I barely play multiplayer as is. So the fact that I am shadow banned when I barely touch this game, all I play is zombies, shows you just how bad this is. There are legitimate players that are getting banned left and right, casual players getting banned left and right, and on top of that, the AI algorithm they have set in place, it's got to be AI, because there's no way that this is people. Holy shit. Basically, runs on a system of, if multiple people throw a ban to your account, throw a ticket of a ban to your account, and they submit it, if enough people do that within a given amount of time, I'd say one play session, I'd imagine, an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe a day, depending on how many cheating reports you get within whatever the time is, you'll get shadow banned off of that. And then you'll be shadow banned until they go through and watch your cases, watch your gameplay, check out your account, make sure you're not hacking, and then you get put back. That's usually how it works. Counter-Strike has a system like this. I've got a lot of hours in that game. A lot of hours. It's the same kind of thing over there. So it's not, oh, this is just how it is. No. Counter-Strike has a system in place. It has a trust factor. There it is. Trust factor. They have a trust factor on CSGO, which basically, if you make a brand new account, it's going to have a very low trust factor, and there's a very high chance you're going to play against cheaters. Go back 4 CODs, you wouldn't have this. All the problems I'm about to go over today, you wouldn't have any of them in an older title. Maybe have 1 or 2 of them, because around 4 Call of Duties ago is when they started to have these problems surface and these corners be cut. But like I said to my buddy yesterday, the corners that they've been cutting in the Call of Duty game has gone from a square. We're at a damn circle with how many times they've cut these corners. These games have just gotten worse and worse every year, and I think we're at a boiling point. The tea kettle's about to blow. Enough talking about shadow banning and all of that garbage. One of my main problems with this game is how it is not optimized. Not optimized and not beta tested well enough. Like simple little bugs that you find throughout the game. For example, in this footage that I'm looking at right now, your character's not even holding the gun like properly or at all. Stuff like that. Look at that. His hand's not even on the damn gun. Go back to Black Ops 3. Every DLC weapon that came out never had these kind of bugs. They were ran into the 3D models. Like these cutscenes, these like characters walking in the menu holding these guns is almost as bad as last gen cutscenes for BO3. You know how bad it has to be if last gen looks better almost? Another thing, real quick, I want to go over how the cutscenes for Warzone Zombies and multiplayer are just rehashes of one another. Like, nothing changes about them. And I guess you could say the same for multiplayer and zombies and all that for Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4. But Black Ops 4 especially, but also Black Ops 4 is when the problem started to arise. This is when the corners started to get cut. And this has been a problem since BO4 with every title then on. It's always been this just character walking into nothingness with the exact same layout for everything. I'm not going to go over Sledgehammer and Infinity War video games or for Call of Duties because I strictly stick to Treyarch Zombies just because the storyline, and let's be honest, you know what you did. You know what you fucking did. And here's another one, another example of these guns not lining up. This is literally a $80 weapon if you think about it. This shotgun variant right here is $80. You'd have to pay extra money for the gun to not even be properly held by your character. That is insane to me. Just one more niche little thing I want to discuss that kind of ticks me off about this game. We have had a Rebirth Island since BO4. You heard me right. It's the game that started Battle Royale. The game that had the first Battle Royale mode in a Call of Duty was when we first were introduced to Rebirth Island. And it's been in every Call of Duty since then. That was 2018. BO4. BO4 was when we first had a Rebirth Island. And since then, every Call of Duty has had it. Now, say the same thing for Noctur and Toten on zombies. I 100% agree. I'm over it. But version of Noct had something different. War to Black Ops 1, we had Mule Kick along with more Wonder Weapons in the box. Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2, it was kind of like half-assed. It was only the first room and it was ruined and it wasn't really part of the map. Black Ops 3, you were able to get all the perks on the map, as well as Gobblegums. BO4 didn't have it. Cold War, it was kind of a weird like spin-off of it. See, what I'm saying with this is it's been a facelift. There was at least a facelift. There was at least an attempt when they redid Noctur and Toten. You can't say the same for Rebirth. It is the exact same. The only thing I can think of that was different was the zombies mode they added for Halloween last year on Modern Warfare 3. I think that's the only thing I can think of that was different. Otherwise, Rebirth Island has for the most part stayed the exact same. Other than a couple parts of buildings being, removed or something from other previous titles, for the most part, it hasn't changed at all. You could have taken somebody who last played BO4 during its prime and loved Rebirth, who had been in a coma, throw them into BO6 and say, this is Rebirth, you know this map, and they will remember the entire map. It's not different at all. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for listening to me rant. And if you enjoyed it, like, sub, share. I don't know if anyone shares anymore. Thank you very much for checking out my video and watching.